Manager, do you have any, since we've reached the end of our public comment section, do you have any pertinent facts or information that need to be relayed concerning this incident?
I do. I do have some fact-based information. I think that we've had many comments about one dog in particular, and it's referred to as G7. But I think it's important to provide some additional information about these events that led up to actually 2 dogs being surrendered by the same owners for attacks on both humans and animals. It's important to clarify the facts in a difficult situation like this, especially since major aspects of the case, important things for people to know, were omitted from the social media posts and other sources. So much so that city staff and their family members, including their children, wives, have received numerous death threats and other threats that are very violent in nature. So I'm going to describe the events from May 9th that involved animal management welfare, EMS, APD to respond. We had 2 calls within 24 hours resulting in 2 dogs being surrendered by their owners, and both dogs being euthanized. The first call, which resulted in the dog being collected on the morning of May 9th, which is the same day where the female dog was collected, resulted in the male owner of the dogs being violently attacked by his male dog while breaking up a fight between the male and the female. The female dog instigated the fight. The male was surrendered by the owners and euthanized immediately on the day of May 9th. I've heard the 911 call and the other related calls, and it was a very intense and dangerous situation for everyone there. I've also seen the photos of the owner and the victim. Well, owner, people will debate victim, and the injuries were major, resulting in hospitalization and surgery. Later that evening, a call came from the same household to emergency dispatch about a female dog that had attacked 2 additional occupants of the home. The male was no longer there as he was in the hospital. So 2 additional occupants had been attacked along with another dog. The pregnant female dog, who also instigated the earlier fight, was surrendered by the family. The female dog was euthanized along with 2 puppies the next morning after the shelter opened. According to policy and accepted veterinary medicine practices of the American Veterinary Medical Association, the AVMA, examples of behaviors, and this is what I was referencing earlier, Councilmember Hayes, qualifying for immediate euthanasia include observed aggression directed at humans and or animals. It's an excruciatingly difficult example of the complex decisions animal welfare professionals have to make every day, some of which are a direct result of pet overpopulation. And I can't speculate. Facts. The city shelter is overcrowded, and euthanasia rates, while down in the last few years, are continually being reviewed and addressed. I would encourage anyone here, anyone watching, to check out the city's Target Zero report. That was referenced in some of the comments. In there you'll find that over the last 3 years under Mr. Haven's guidance and through our critical partnership with the Amarillo Panhandle Humane Society, without which there's no way that we would be able to achieve and maintain the success that we've been able to do. The euthanasia rates have dropped significantly over the last few years, to the point where right now, since we're talking about the dogs, the dog euthanasia rate, or the dog live outcome rate, is hovering right around 80%. It's been above that, but right now it's right at it. So I think that would be important for everyone to review. There's a lot of things in there that are applicable. There's also a lot of things that are not consistent with our current organizational structure. We're committed to our partnership with the Humane Society, and we're going to make the enhancements suggested by Target Zero that are appropriate for our current structure. Other things we're not going to do. We have 3 immediate goals that we're currently working on in partnership with the Humane Society and with our citizens. First is finalizing breeding ordinances. The last public comment and public engagement session will be tomorrow night. I encourage you to attend. The breeding ordinance is the first step to reducing overpopulation in Amarillo and to addressing the backyard breeders that were referenced earlier. I think another key component of that was referenced during the comments was the 2-day hold period, moving from 3-day to 2-day hold. The purpose of that is to allow adoption agencies to receive those animals faster. But there's been concern. There's been concern among our caring community that that's not something that would happen. So we've directed that that component of the ordinance be removed. We're going to stick with the 3-day hold period. We're not going to propose 2. I appreciate that. The developing and funding an affordable spay and neutering program for our pet owners is another critical component. So we're committed to partnering and enhancing or making successful in every way possible the Amarillo Panhandle Humane Society's 90 for 90 effort. We've had numerous conversations with the executive director and a board member and others regarding the program and how we can make that successful. I think that's going to be as important or more important than anything else that we can do, having effective spay and neutering programs that can help us reduce pet overpopulation in the city of Amarillo. That was the think, and it will. That's a fact. The other thing that we're going to work on is promoting responsible pet ownership.
We need to have educational material in Spanish.
So, is there anything else?
No, sir. No, I will.
And I heard a comment about bilingual or multi-language material, and that's appropriate. You know,